everybody, and welcome back to Inside Keedra's Kitchen. Welcome to another episode, and I'm so glad that you have decided to join me in the kitchen today. Today I have a special guest. I'm Chef Keedra.
Yes.
And today I have a special guest, Gregg Smith. Welcome to the kitchen, Gregg.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you?
I'm good, and that cash app was in there. I had to pay to get on here today.
No, not true. All right, today we're going to be making seafood nachos with a scratch-made queso. So we're going to make our queso from scratch. Gregg, we start every episode with a beverage.
Yes.
Okay? So, and I always get tongue-tied. We have cold, fresh, pressed juice.
Nice.
And it is kale, apple, ginger today.
That sounds so healthy.
It is very healthy, and I hope it's good. Clink, clink. Welcome to Keedra's Kitchen.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How's it taste?
That is good.
Is it good, really?
It could be better. As soon as we get that sponsor.
He's talking about with a little bit of libations. I was like,
It's good, though. It's very good.
Gregg goes over here and wants to add some libations to the healthy juice.
Yeah.
All right, Gregg, we're going to start off our meal with sauteing some shrimp and some peppers, okay? We're going to let that heat up. All of our ingredients for today are shrimp. We're going to top it off with a little bit of lime, fresh squeezed lime. We have some peppers, sour cream, some crab, some cheese. There's two types of cheese in here. It's ghost pepper cheese and a double smoked Gouda. No, I'm sorry, double smoked cheddar cheese. Some cilantro, green onions, and then we're going to make, since we're doing nachos, we're going to make our own nacho chips with some tortillas.
Because we don't have a sponsor. We're going natural.
No, because we make our stuff here in Keedra's Kitchen. That's why. So, pan is getting hot now. What you can do is this. I'm gonna take this out of here because here goes some heavy cream. That's gonna be the base to our queso. Okay. All right. So over here we have some like a buttery seasoning. I have garlic and herb. Oh, you have to smell this. Everybody that comes in here takes a whiff. Just take a whiff.
Oh, that's delicious.
Doesn't that smell delicious? It's smoked sea salt.
Wow. Did you do it yourself?
I did not. I did not do it myself. Okay. But it's one that I love to use. And I probably use it more than I use just unsmoked sea salt. It smells really, really, really good.
It smells delicious.
You have some choices that you can season the shrimp with. It does not matter if you want to do one or if you want to do all. Okay? And I believe this is regular salt right here as well.
We don't need that. We got the smoke.
That's right. We got the smoke. I'm going to work on these peppers, and you can grab some tongs out of there. And once you season your shrimp, then just toss it with the tongs, throw it in the pan.
Nice.
And then I will follow behind you with some peppers, okay?
Throw it in the pan.
Throw it in the pan.
All
right, Gregg, so you have been a part of the music industry for a very, very long time.
That I have.
Tell us, number one, in what capacity, and then how you got started with that.
Well, I've been really blessed to work in just about every capacity of the music industry.
Okay.
And but I started where most people start, in church. You know, my parents are ministers. My mother was the head of the music department. My father was an associate pastor.
Okay.
And I'm the eldest of 5 children, and we were the choir.
Right.
And so
been there. Yeah.
So we do that, and it's been pretty awesome.
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. my dad is a pastor.
Okay.
And it was times when me and my younger brother, we were the choir, the acolyte, the scripture reader, the people that the only two people that sat down at the front for the children's sermon.
Oh man.
But it was just us, and we did everything. So I completely understand. What all have you done? Like what have you done in your career with that career?
I was an artist.
Okay. Okay. What were you singing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
what type of music?
R&B.
Okay.
I did. I was a songwriter, producer.
Okay.
But I realized that the creative side wasn't really my forte.
Okay.
I wanted to know about the business because I wanted to know where the check was.
Okay.
And when you think about things back in the day, such as what Ray Charles was doing, as far as having an opportunity to own his masters and own his own rights, you just want to know where the money's going.
Right.
And so I got involved on the business side.
Okay.
And became an advocate for songwriters.
Okay.
And so I spent the majority of my career in what you call a PRO, which is Performance Rights Organization.
Okay.
And I served as the director for that for 7 or 8 years.
Okay. We're going to turn this up a little bit on medium so we can get a good sizzle on that shrimp. Okay, go ahead.
And then publishing.
Okay.
And like I said, Atlanta's been home since the late 1900s. But I've moved. I've been to every major city. And so with my brother being a Grammy Award-winning songwriter, I just...
Your brother?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Shout out to J.Q. Smith, my little brother.
Okay.
And he's nominated this year, Chris Brown.
Okay.
Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, so that's kind of what happened from there. Okay. So I started becoming an advocate for him there. And it's been ongoing ever since. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that's basically what you do as an advocate for songwriters.
Songwriters, and then if there's a specific space where I fall in, it would be on the publishing side for songwriters and composers. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
You cut that so well.
Thank you. We can
flip them.
Yep. Go ahead and flip them. All right.
I'm mean with this left hand. I'm trying to tell you.
Are you left-handed? You are left-handed. I remember you are left-handed.
I'm not ambidextrous, but I do everything on my right hand, I think, except eat.
Really?
And eating right.
You said eating right?
Eating right.
All right, so I'm going to cut these peppers up. And I'm going to add them in the pan with the shrimp so they can kind of cook. I should have kind of I actually hate cutting. I hate cutting stuff. I'm not the best.
You're doing a great job.
Chopper and cutter.
Cut off my finger.
Here we go. All right, we're going to add that to it. We're going to let that cook. And then we're actually going to take it out, put it on a plate, and then let me split this up. It's too much. We're going to get it out, put it on the plate, and get our cream in there so that we can start our queso sauce, okay?
I am Gregory Smith, veteran music consultant, and the best way to find me is on all social media outlets at Gregory B. Smith with 2 G's. The aroma, that carrot should have a smell.
A smell?
It smells so good.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I think that's the peppers that you're smelling. Those peppers are very aromatic.
It smells delicious.
Oh, good. Well, hopefully it's going to taste just as delicious. Just want to get these in there. Alrighty. Here we go.
We did that.
All right, go ahead and take those back in your tongs. And I'm gonna get a plate. I have to transfer everything on too. Here we go. There we go. All right. We'll let that cook for a little bit. Okay. And before we take it out, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat up on this oil because that's what we're gonna put the chips in. Yes, correct. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some seasoning, probably that garlic and herb seasoning right here. Maybe a little bit of smoked sea salt. Yeah. And then when they come out, we're gonna sprinkle it. Sprinkle it with them to give a little bit of flavor. Okay.
That sounds good.
All right. We're gonna get cleaned up really quickly, and then we'll be right back.
Right back.
Hey, all you foodies. I have the experience just for you. You've heard of a staycation, you've heard of a vacation, even a friendscation. Well, we're taking foodcations. That's right, we're taking vacations just to eat. We're traveling to cities all around the world to experience the local food culture within that city. Jamaica, New Orleans, Vegas, Napa, France, Italy. We're going there so that we can eat good. For more information, visit my website, www.keedraskitchen.com, and click on Foodcation. Don't miss out. See that utensil? Yeah, go ahead and grab that. Then we're gonna go ahead and get that shrimp and those peppers out. Right. Smells good.
Kids, don't try this at home. Trying to make sure I get these peppers because that looks like the delicious part.
And it is, but it's okay because what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and make our queso in there, so it'll still end up in there. Yeah. All right.
That's good.
Yep, that's good. Now you want to grab a whisk.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and add this to here. And it sounds like our oil is hot and ready for us. Just a little bit because we're not ready for it. All right. And what do we have it on? We got the heat. I'm going to have the heat on just a little bit past medium. Okay. We're going to take our cheese. And what you're going to do is just going to add this shredded cheese in there. Again, it's ghost pepper cheese and a double cheddar.
So I have a little bit
double
of kick
smoked cheddar. Get this off of the burner. Well, gets the smoking. That's what we don't want. All right. And as that heats up, then that cheese will melt. Okay. Then we'll have us a little bit of queso. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some green onions. I will put that in there last. I don't put the green onions in there like while it's cooking because I don't want them to wilt. Okay. So we'll put those in there last. You said if you're not doing music, Greg, then you are somewhere cooking.
Yes, that is.
What are you usually cooking?
I am usually cooking. I'm into soups.
Okay.
I like soups and stews.
Mm-hmm.
I really, I feel like I perfected. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but it's an Italian seafood stew.
Okay.
I don't know. It starts with a C.
Okay.
But it's amazing.
Okay.
And I got it right after about 7 times.
Okay.
YouTube is my friend.
Okay.
And so, but I love cooking soups. And I love cooking vegetables.
Okay.
Roasted vegetables, sauteed vegetables. I'm gonna try to go on a health kick in 2023 and kind of take a little red meat out of my life.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
Because with me turning the accolade year this year,
I
would like to be a little slimmer. You feel?
Okay. I feel that 100%. Let's keep whisking that, yep. So that cheese, we want it to melt. Melt up real good. But we don't want it to burn the bottom. Okay. We're gonna get this cheese melted up, and when we come back, we'll get started on our tortillas. All right, Greg. So now we're ready to put the nachos or the tortillas in the hot oil, okay? And it doesn't really take them long to cook. Just drop them in there. And then when they come out, so here's what we can do. I can drop them in there and take them out, and you season them when they come out.
Okay.
Does this sound like a great task for you?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to switch?
Yeah.
You want to switch? Okay, go ahead.
I'll put them.
You gotta get it. There you go. And they're not gonna take long. Okay. Alrighty. So, Greg, somebody that's looking to like break into the music industry, there's a lot of people who are artists and they're looking to, just break into the music industry. What advice would you give to them?
I would tell them to be persistent.
Okay.
It doesn't happen overnight. Make sure it's what you want to do. Make sure you have a strong support team because there's a lot of late nights, there's a lot of early mornings, there's a lot of no's before the yeses, and that's what it is. Shout out to my parents who, like I said, is that ready already?
Just about. It can brown a little bit more.
My parents, who were ministers, they didn't really get it at first. But, my dad always says there was a preacher that told him one day that he had two sons that were in the music industry, or that did music. And he said, yes, sir, I do. I have two sons that are doing music. He said, leave them alone. Oh, wow, okay. He said, but your plan and God's plan are two different plans. And so, with that being said, my daddy left us alone. And we've been blessed. Okay.
What denomination is he?
Oh man, they're full gospel now. Okay.
Shout
out to Bishop Morton. But we was hell, fire, and brimstone, Pentecostal, Kojic, we did it all.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then we were also military, so.
Oh, okay.
I've never laid my head too far in one place at one time.
Okay.
We've been blessed to live overseas for a while. Okay. And but Alabama is what I usually claim as home. Okay. Because that's where I went to high school and college. Okay. So.
I know, right?
But you have them looking very pretty though.
Well, thank you.
See, I wouldn't.
But you gotta let them sit in there a little bit longer just to get a little
more brown.
Yeah, a little bit more brown. Yeah. Yeah. So Greg, tell us what do we need to know about the music industry?
That it's not for everybody.
Okay.
I mean, that's the best thing I can tell you. Yeah. It's many are called, few are chosen. We're looking at. I moved here in the late 1900s, 1996. Okay. And and everybody doesn't get the opportunity to be able to do what they love for as long as I've been doing it. But every day is not a good day. I mean, we look at the pandemic right now. We definitely, if I didn't learn anything in the last 2.5 to 3 years, I learned how to pivot. Okay. Thank God for a degree. Yeah. But I had to learn how to pivot because I wasn't sure if this was what I was supposed to continue doing. but I had some amazing people that believed in me and believed in my work ethic to continue doing it.
Okay.
And but that's it. You know, it's just not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to get back to the authenticity. I think everybody's looking for the TikTok and the quick buck. And the thing is that we were talking the other day, my brothers and I, and we were saying that the reason that even the state of R&B is where it is today is because R&B structure was based by the church. Everybody that's been famous, whether it's Fantasia,
started off in church,
or Jodeci, or Boys II Men, or whoever, they started off in the church.
Yeah. And
this generation of R&B is not there. Yeah. You know, and so we're hoping that we're seeing a new wave of individuals that's gonna carry the torch.
So speaking of that, church is shifting. Like what church looks like is shifting.
It totally is, and I wish it did when I was a kid. Yeah. I wouldn't have been trying to leave so quick.
Yeah, really. Yeah. What? So how do you think that? So given what you just said, how do you think that shifts R&B or changes how R&B looks like?
I think that the church, you still have to go by the structure of the church and what God believes in, but or what you say that the church is doing, but at the same time, you're seeing an alternative movement. And I mean, the case in point is my good friend and my former client, PJ Morton, who is the epitome of the church. And his father is Bishop Paul Morton, who's my pastor. And he's allowed us to be who we are. You know, PJ Morton has a book out that is called "Why Can't I Sing About Love?" Because I'm pretty sure your mom and daddy and my mom and daddy didn't conceive us off of Amazing Grace. Yeah. And so they just don't want to talk about it. Right. And so now we're in the state where it's not more accepted, but more understood. You know, and I think, like I said, which goes back to what I was saying earlier, I think this new R&B, the structure has been different because they didn't have church as their template. But we're seeing changes. Okay. We're seeing changes.
What are those changes?
You're starting to hear. I mean, you can't reinvent the wheel. Right. So you're starting to see more authenticity in the lyrical content, the sound, and that itself, like I said, you can't reinvent the wheel.
All right, Greg. Now we can add in our shrimp. We're just about ready.
So good.
Okay. Add in our shrimp. We can add in crab meat. And go ahead and give that a stir. Okay. I'm going to cut up a lime. So we can squeeze a lime out over top if we want. And I'm going to cut up some cilantro.
Love cilantro.
Oh, yeah. And then we also have a little bit of sour cream down there that we can use. And then we are just about ready to eat. All right, Greg. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
Ready to try it?
Let's do it.
You need a fork?
No.
Sure?
I'm good.
All right. Let's dig in. Yummy, yummy.
That's really good. I squeezed a little bit of the lime juice on top of mine.
I forgot about that. Let me get some.
That is so good.
So right.
It's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with a little citrus.
It's really good.
Let me get this.
Nice big old piece of shrimp.
Trying to let it be messy. Here we go. We got cilantro, onion, and
Well,
You cut it on your shirt.
it's that good, okay? Y'all. That good.
it's good. She did that.
It's good.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So good.
It's good. Listen. Y'all already know how I get down, okay? So I'm gonna dig into this here seafood nachos and queso. Gregg?
I'm gonna take mine home for
All
tonight.
right, well, Gregg, thank you for joining me in Keedra's
No,
Kitchen.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Let's clank it out. Clank, clank.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Listen, y'all know that I'm gonna go and turn this up, so I will see you on the next episode of Inside Keedra's Kitchen. Good night.
See you later.